Hello everybody and welcome to my assassin build video for the Murkmire patch. Now, this build video was a bit delayed because I've been testing a lot of stuff in my build editor and everything. I've generally just let myself more time optimizing this build so I wouldn't end up with an unfinished version like the assassin build in the previous patch. The sets I'm gonna wear this patch are 5 Spriggans and 5 Clever Alchemist. 3 pieces of Sprig on my body and a frontbar weapon, and 2 pieces of my Clever Alchemist on body and 3 jewelry. Now I won't wear monster set, instead I'm wearing 1 piece Bloodspawn and 1 piece Dummy House. That's basically how I get my sustain on this build, and really the sustain isn't any different in comparison to my other sustain builds from my previous video. Now my backbar weapon is an infused weapon damage master spell for even more damage. My frontbar weapon is an infused Spriggan with disease damage, and what you're looking at is basically around 17 to 18k flat penetration against a resist capped target, which is insane. Moles are very strong this patch. Now the enchants I'm running on my big pieces are all tri-stat, and the small pieces are all maximum stamina. I'm running 2 well-fitted pieces and the rest are in pen. Now when it comes to my jewelry, my necklace is an infused stamina recovery, one of my rings is robust magical recovery for the magical sustain, and honestly this build has more magical sustain than the previous few Shacklebreaker builds I've presented. And an infused web damage ring. Now, the Mundus stone I'm having is the Warrior Mundus, and the food I'm using with this build is lava food soup and salt rice, which basically gives me maximum stamina and stamina recovery. The potions I'm running with this build are basic tri-stat pots, which give me a lot of stamina, magicka, sustain, and a burst heal, which you can use. So, to show you exactly how strong this build can be, I'm gonna show you a few tooltips on screen right now. So what you see on the left side is this current build that I'm presenting without a Clever Alchemist proc, and you see the incap and vigor tooltips of it. What you see in the middle is a fully buffed Spriggan Shacklebreaker build that I presented in my previous video and that I thought is the best setup I've ever played. And on the right side, you see this current build with Clever Alchemist buffed. Now, what I want you to notice is the tiny difference, the tiny tooltip difference between the unbuffed Clever Alchemist build and the fully buffed Spriggan Shacklebreaker build, because this is what I've been basing my build off of. I wanted it to have as much burst as possible without Clever Alchemist proc, because, well, the uptime on Clever Alchemist is trash, so most of the time you won't kill your enemies with it. Therefore, I wanted to get the best burst without it even being procced, and that's what I achieved. And it's beautiful. Now, I'm probably gonna theorize and test out many other sets. It is what it is, and the build is lovely. The burst on it is absolutely insane. What you see are 21k incap tooltips, fully buffed on the build editor with off balance and continuous attacks. My incap gets all the way up to a 24k incap tooltip, and an even bigger vigor tooltip. It's beautiful. So the concept of the build still stays. I need to maximize my damage output with the most comfortable sustain, and that's what I achieved. Now I'd say the build is rather hard to play, therefore I wouldn't recommend it to anybody who starts off with playing a Stamblade. You really need to be patient when choosing your moments to fight with this build, because not everybody is gonna you're gonna kill within a few seconds without your Clever Alchemist proc. You need to have some sense of prediction, you need to have some sense of who's pushier and who's tankier. because you need the basic knowledge on when you need to Clever Alchemist and when you don't need it. You need some kind of adaptation skills when it comes to this build, because when you proc your Clever Alchemist with your potion, you don't have to always time your potions well, but if you just play the build normally and you pop your potion very randomly, you need to be aware that you're a lot tankier and have a lot of more burst for the next 15 seconds, and you can turn the fights around pretty easily. So yeah, now I'm gonna show you the stats on my screen, which are just my fully buffed stats. That includes my master spell and continuous attacks as well. So what you see is 5.4k weapon damage, 2.8k stam recovery, a huge magica pool of 14k, and an additional 1k magica recovery, almost 36k maximum stamina, which is bigger than any of the Shackle Breaker builds I presented previously, and amazing 7k penetration, which is around 13k with Major Fracture, and goes all the way up to 17, 18 or even more k of flat penetration depending on who you fight. So the tanks you're gonna meet, they're gonna feel like they are playing in medium or light. So yeah, I won't show you my champion points in this video, because I just don't like repeating myself on every single video, but instead I provide you a build editor link down below, so check it out. Go click on a raw data so you can copy paste all of my champion points if you're willing to, and also you have basically a view of all the build pieces I'm gonna wear this patch. So yeah, enjoy the build.